Hi and good day to each and every one of you watching our segment here. This is Kuya Romy and you're watching Tuesdays with Kuya Romy here on Super Pinoy on Apnat TV channel 36. And as usual, we have guests who are doing something in our community and we are giving them an opportunity to share what it is that they're doing in our community so that you will be able to participate. And today we've got a group of students from Rosmini College and Carmel College in the North Shore, and they're going to share with us an event that they're planning to do in North Shore. So this is going to be in two parts. The first part, I have James and Claro, who are from Rosmini College. Good day to you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, and mind sharing who you are with our audience?
Well, sure. Hi, my name is James. I go to Rosmini College. I'm a year 13. And I am one of the leaders for Filipino Night, mainly in socials. Yeah.
Yeah. And Claro?
Hi, my name is Calvo. I am a year 11. I am 15. And I'm also one of the leaders for Filipino Night. I handle most of the budget and taking care of some of the performances for the night.
Yep. So you've heard what they're going to do. They are planning to hold a Filipino night, and we are going to share with you some of the details later on. But for now, James and Claro, tell me, why are you doing this?
Well, honestly, we had a lack of representation in our community around North Shore, and we thought instead of waiting around for someone to start something, why can't we? So our year 13 group here, having Kristine at the back, we just decided to host a Filipino night to celebrate the culture of Filipinos and bring it to the people outside of the Filipino community.
So when you say outside of the Filipino community, which segment or which part of the community are you referring to in particular? Students, other students, the younger generation, the elder people in the community. How is this going to look like?
We just want anyone and everyone that doesn't already know about the Filipino community or isn't like involved in it. We just want to show them what we're about. So it doesn't matter if you're young or old, or if you're not really into the cultural scene. We just want to have a chance to really put ourselves out there.
And tell me, in Rosmini, the students there are from year 10 to year 13?
It's actually year 7 to year 13, yeah.
Year 7 to year 13. So you are year 13, you are year 11. And it looks like, are you thinking of doing this on a yearly basis, you reckon?
Yeah, we actually, this is the first year we're doing Filipino Night, and we're looking for it over time, but year by year, to grow bigger and bigger, and just expand basically as we keep doing this for hopefully many years to come.
Yeah. So this is part of the transition to the next year already, because at year 13, by next year you'd be in uni.
Yeah,
right?
Be in uni.
And you've got the next generation stepping in to do what you are going to start this year.
Yes.
That's a very good aspiration. Yeah. And your group, the younger years will be able to take it on, you reckon?
So it's all about continuity, in my opinion. So it all starts from these three, who are all year 13, and they have almost trailblazed the path for us. So it's our mission and our goal for the next couple of years to carry this and make it something bigger. And that was their first goal in the first place, to make this a big thing, right? And to have a showcase and a talent showcase and spread our culture to anyone and everyone. So by being able to continue that to the next years and the next generations would be a good thing.
Yeah. So the way I'm saying this, it works two ways, right? There's something that you want to share with the community. You want to share the Filipino culture with the community in North Shore. And at the same time, you want this to be a continuing thing, like maybe to train younger Filipino leaders who will then take over what you are going to start this year, right? Yeah. When we talk about a cultural presentation, are you going to involve other Filipinos from other schools? Is that something that you are thinking of doing as well?
Yeah, we are very excited to say that we would to include other schools outside of Rosmini and Carmel alone into Filipino Night. Of course, the thing is at the moment, sadly, is that since we're just starting up, it's very enclosed to just Carmel and Rosmini. But of course, as many years to come down the line, hopefully, people from all schools across North Shore gets involved.
Yeah, and even across Auckland.
Yeah,
and maybe at some point, younger Filipino Kiwis throughout New Zealand, you reckon, right? Okay. Apart from that aspiration, is there anything like something personal that you are bringing to the Filipino Night that you are organizing?
I'd say we have a second goal in mind for Filipino Night. As we're trying to establish it for year by year, we're also trying to establish it as a sort of way to give back to our homeland in the Philippines, because all of our profits that we make during Filipino Night is going to go to a charity of our choice in Philippines. And since COVID happened last year, we're going to send it over as a relief fund, sort of just to give back to everyone, to our families and those we love back there.
So that is where the funding will come in. You want to raise funds, and if you are going to have, say, some sort of a profit, you are going to send it back to the Philippines.
Yeah.
That's a part of your personal aspiration, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So this is a very good project, and I think you'd be able to support this. But hang on. Later on, we're going to talk about the details of, you call it Philo Night, right?
Yes.
We're going to talk about details of Philo Night, but for now, I'd like James to say something about maybe last words to you, because shortly after the break, we're going to bring in the team from Carmel College, which is part of the organizing team, basically, from Rosmini and Carmel. Okay.
Yeah. The next two people you will shortly see, Kristine and Abby, are leaders that I would say are people to look up to into the coming years of Filipino Night. So please listen to their words with open ears and open hearts as they try to let you know what we're trying to do around here.
Okay. And Claro, have you got something, some words that you want to tell our audience in particular?
Just be ready to see a lot of talent. Get ready to see a fun night, and I hope to see you all there.
Yeah, okay. So thank you very much for sharing this afternoon with us. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll bring in the team from Carmel College, who is part of this group that is organizing Filipino Night. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Super Pinoy, ikwento mo!
Super Pinoy, ikwento mo!
We're back, and you are watching Tuesdays with Kuya Romy here on Super Pinoy at Apna TV Channel 36. And before we took the break, we introduced to you the students from Rosmini College. And right now, we have the counterpart from Carmel College. And welcome Abby and Kristine. Sorry about that, Kristine. Kristine, mind introducing yourself to our viewers?
So I'm Kristine. I go to Carmel College, and for Philo Night, I mostly organize the sport, the advertising, and the posters and tickets.
Yep. Okay.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm a year 13 at Carmel College as well. I'm also a Philo Night leader, and I mostly handle most of the performances and kind of the groups.
Yeah. Okay. And you were watching when we were interviewing the students from Rosmini, James and Claro, right? So you were following the conversation that we were having. Okay. So in this particular segment, I'd like you to talk about the details of Filipino Night. Have you got that plotted down to some details yet, or first of all, tell our audience when it's going to be.
It's going to be on Friday the 13th of August at 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
At
Rosmini Auditorium.
Right, Rosmini Auditorium. And it's going to be, since it's a fundraising drive, there will be a ticket, right? And there will be some cost to the ticket. Have you decided on the ticket prices so far?
Oh, well, so the regular tickets are $5 and VIP is $7. Yeah, and we'll also be having door tickets for anyone who hasn't got a ticket.
Yeah, so those prices might change, but for now it's $5 for other students, is it? Or
yeah, regular.
Regular,
yeah.
And then there's a VIP ticket. So, and how many people are you expecting on the night, by the way? Have you thought about that?
So we have around 800 seats, so we want to fill it up as much as possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that would be good if you are able to bring in 800 people, because that will mean that you'd be able to generate funds that you are going to donate to a charity of your choice in the Philippines. That is a very, very good thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In terms of performances, Kristine, you are arranging the production, or is it you, Abby?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah. Talk to me about the production, Abby. What are you expecting our audience to see on the night, or what will happen on the night?
So we'll basically have a range of performances from singing, dancing. We also have drama acts, and we have a lot of traditional acts as well. But we have also been open to guest performances, and so you'll be seeing that.
Guest performances as well, right? Yeah. And in terms of funding this event, we were talking about funding with James and Claro earlier. Is this something that you will be needing to do? Advertising, is that something that you want the community to help with?
We're looking for sponsorships at the moment, but yeah, we will also look for fundraising at like Filipino businesses, like around North Shore and Auckland.
Right. So you want to ask the Filipino businesses to support the Filipino night, the first Filipino night that's going to be organized by your group, right? Okay, go ahead and talk to them.
So we would love if you guys could help us with our Filipino night, and we would love if you guys could sponsor us as well, and that it will go through a really good cause. So yeah.
Yeah. So if you are a Filipino business and you want to support the project Filipino Night of our students, Filipino students from Rosmini and Carmel colleges, hang on there. We're going to post the contact details later on, and you'll be able to find them, and you'll be able to get in touch with them, right? Who is your primary fundraising person? Will it be you or Claro?
I think it's Claro.
Okay, so it will be Claro. Okay. Any other details? You see, the program, our program exists to inform Filipinos and other migrants out there about what is happening in our communities. And at the same time, we want them to know how they can participate. Okay? So just in case there is a group out there, a Filipino group, for example, who would like to share their talent during your night, is that something that you are going to say yes to?
Yeah, we would be really happy to get other performances like outside of the North Shore community, because it shows the wider range of Filipino people out there.
Yeah. So you're both year 13, right? And you also have other students from Carmel, Filipino students, who are going to step in your shoes when you go to university. That's 5-6 months from now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And how many of you are there? How many Filipinos are in your group from both Carmel and Rosmini?
So we have the 4 main leaders, which is me, Abby, Claro, and James, and then we have 4 younger students who are going to be taking over for next year's. Yeah,
Right.
So 4.
And you're hoping that with this you'd be able to have an event that will be ongoing for the next years to come.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very good. So thank you so much for sharing your time with us, Kristine and Abby. And at this point, I would like to invite you, Abby, to say a few words to our audience out there. See, maybe you can, if you can get them to participate in some way with the event that you are planning, okay?
So we hope to see you all there at Filipino Night. We really just want to share all of our talents and our talented students and performers at our Filipino Night.
Okay, and Kristine? Yeah. Would you like to share your thoughts with our viewers out there?
We would love you guys to come and watch us perform, and if you would like to participate, you can also come and perform as well.
Yeah. So the most important thing here is we have our young Filipino groups from Rosmini and Carmel, and they want to launch a project, and they're asking you for help. So you may be a Filipino, you may be a non-Filipino. If you want to help, this is an opportunity for you to help with that. Help them with the project that they have in mind. Okay. So thank you very much for sharing your time with us, Kristine and Abby. Yeah. Sorry. Well, thank you so much for sharing your time with us, Kristine and Abby, and hopefully we'll be there to support you as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. And thank you so much for watching Tuesdays with Kuya Romy here on Super Pinoy Apna TV Channel 36. We'll see you again next week.
Super Pinoy, ikwento mo!
Super Pinoy, ikwento mo.
Hi guys, Kuya Nonoy, Direct Rene for PSTV5 Online. Alam niyo mga kabarangay, ngayon pong July ay ang aking anniversary month. 13 years ago, July 11, ngayon po sa araw na to, 2008 ay umalis po ako ng Pilipinas para pumunta po dito sa Aotearoa, New Zealand para po makapagturo. Ako po ay isang teaching fellow. I was a teaching fellow sa University of Waikato sa Screen and Media Studies Department. Dahil direct hire po ako ng Waikato University, masalimuot ng konti ang aking pagpunta po dito sa New Zealand. No? I had to go through a lot of paperwork and government agencies at ang POEA, no? Kasi direct hire po ako eh. Actually po, nung nakuha ko na yung final parang papers ko na pwede kong ipakita ko sa airport para makaalis ng Pilipinas at lumabas po ako sa POEA doon po sa may corner EDSA at Ortigas, napaiyak po ako at may lumapit sa akin maliit na bata, palagay ko ngayon ay mama na ito, at humihingi po sa akin ng konting tulong, humihingi ng pera o kung ano man, kasi siguro nakikita nila yung mga pupunta sa POEA ay sagana po sa kayamanan. Ang munting naiambag ko sa kanya, hindi ko na po alam kung magkano. Pero ako po'y napaiyak dahil alam ko po yung aking dinaanan ay napakahirap. Pero hindi po magiging malungkot itong ating vlog. Kamakailan po ay inumpisahan ko na po yung Teach Kapihan. Dito pa rin po yan sa PSTV5 Online. Kung nasaan ay meron po tayong mga panauhin ng mga resource persons na magbibigay po sa atin ng mga impormasyon na para kung paano makapagturo dito po sa New Zealand. Nandiyan na po si Phil Rodriguez ng Dunedin na isang dating high school teacher sa Pilipinas, kagaya ko. Naging high school teacher din po dito sa New Zealand, kagaya ko. At nagturo din po sa mga universidad at kolehiyo dito po sa New Zealand. And she's also an IELTS examiner, kaya napakaganda po ng resource person na to na si Phil Rodriguez. Makakasama po natin siya sa mga edisyon ng Teach Kapihan. Kaya tutok lang po kayo dito sa ating Teach Kapihan sa PSTV5 Online. Paki-like, share, and subscribe na rin po para dumami po ang ating maaabutan na matulungan na mabigyan ng maganda at tamang informasyon para makapagturo po dito sa Aotearoa, New Zealand. Kaya nga po, ngayon ay this is my anniversary day. Umalis po ako ng July 11, 2008. Ang flight ko po noon ay mula Manila hanggang Bangkok at layover ng Bangkok ng 1 oras at Bangkok to Auckland. Dumating po ako sa Auckland ng July 12, 2008. Dahil po anniversary ko po at happy anniversary sa aking sarili, nais ko pong ihandog sa inyo itong regalo, itong teach kapihan para magabayan ng gusto ang mga nais na pumunta po dito para makapagturo. At hindi lamang po yan, bibigyan ko rin po kayo ng mga tips, ng mga teaching resources na pwede niyo pong gamitin kung saan po kayo nagtuturo ngayon sa New Zealand o sa Pilipinas. Ito po mga teaching resources o teachers resources ay malaking tulong po yan. Isa po sa mga gagawin natin sa mga susunod na edisyon, ito pong Treaty of Waitangi. Kasi ito po yung founding document ng New Zealand. At dapat lahat po tayo, whether kayo isang guro, kayo isang manggagawa, kayo po isang estudyante, magulang at iba pa, dapat alam po kung ano itong Treaty of Waitangi. Yan lamang po ang aking iambag para sa aking anniversary dito po sa ating Teach Kapihan sa PSTV5 Online. Maraming salamat at pinayagan niyo ako muli pumasok sa inyong mga puso, sa inyong mga tahanan sa araw na ito. Happy Sunday po sa inyong lahat. Ako po muli ang inyong Kuya Nonoy, inyong Direk Rene. Kita-kita-kits po tayo muli dito po sa Teach Kapihan sa PSTV5 Online. Ating alamin ang kwento mula sa VOA News.
Alisa Lecht was born in 1950 in a military family in the former Soviet Union. But over time, she could not envision a future there, and in 1979 moved to New York City with her 9-year-old son.
I was always grateful for everything I got here. Our life has improved since we moved to the US. We had our own apartment. I had a job that paid my bills. We didn't depend on anyone.
Living in America wasn't easy, as she missed her family back in the Soviet Union. But Lecht says she was working too hard starting her own business to have time for regret. And in her 50s, Lecht realized she was financially secure enough to pursue her lifelong passion, ballroom dancing.
Но танцевать я всегда любила. Вот мне нравилось движение с музыкой.
I always loved dancing. I loved moving to music, but I never really had a chance to do it until I turned 55. I remember the first time I qualified to be at a dancing competition. It took place in Las Vegas. It felt like I was in a fairy tale. I was nearing 60 at the time, and I realized I didn't want to leave that fairy tale.
At 71, she trains 4 times a week, several hours a day. Lecht has dozens of special ballroom dance dresses and shoes, and her calendar is all booked up with competitions and dance-related trips.
Every time when I arrive at a contest, I'm so nervous. I start thinking, why am I even doing this? But 2 weeks later, I'm doing it all over again. I head to another competition, but all the worries and anxiety go away once I start dancing.
7 years ago, Lecht moved to Miami, Florida. But despite living steps away from the ocean, she spends more free time in a dancing studio than on the beach.
It might sound silly, but I can't wrap my brain around my own age. When I tell people how old I am, I feel like I'm talking about someone else. I feel like I'm 25. We train together with young people who are 16, 18, and we talk like we are peers.
Lecht has a busy practice schedule, a lot of competitions ahead of her, and very ambitious plans for the future.
I have a vice champion title at the biggest local contest that takes place in Orlando, the USDC. I came in second, but that was 2 years ago. I hope to win this year in September, though I'm now in a different age group. But I hope to win and become a US champion.
For Lilia Anisimova in Miami, Florida, Anna Rice, VOA News.
When a virus invades the body, the immune system immediately launches an attack. But COVID-19 seems to be able to fool our immune systems. Michaela Gack is the scientific director and chair of Cleveland Clinic's Innovation and Research Center in Florida. She likens the immune system to a home alarm system that a burglar disables.
Basically, the invader, in this case, the COVID-19 virus,
disables the alarm system in the house and thereby can freely, replicate in the human body and spread.
GAC says this happens almost immediately after infection.
Another key feature of this virus is that it can escape the human immune response. This high transmissibility of the virus combined with that it can evade antibody responses really makes it quite alarming.
What makes the virus even more alarming is its more contagious and more serious Delta variant, which is spreading quickly around the world. The Delta variant has become the dominant strain in the U.S. In her lab, GAC's team is studying COVID-19's evasion technique, which she says appears to be unique. She says the technique provides clues for developing medication to fight it.
Targeting this enzyme of COVID-19, of the virus, would actually, on the one hand, directly block the virus, but it would also restore or even boost our immune system. So it would have this dual function, what I believe could be very beneficial in terms of therapeutics.
GAC and her team are working with other researchers at several other labs. If successful, they might come up with new ways to treat patients with COVID-19, as well as those infected with another coronavirus, or they might discover new treatments for those suffering from other diseases that start with a virus, such as some cancers. Carol Pearson, VOA News.
Astronaut 001, Richard Branson.
Richard Branson emerged as the frontrunner in the billionaire space race this week when his company Virgin Galactic announced its founder will be aboard its next test flight on July 11.
I've always been a dreamer. My mum taught me to never give up and to reach for the stars. This July, our dream will become a reality.
Sunday's test is Virgin's next step to carrying paying passengers to the edge of space in suborbital flights that will last about 10 minutes with roughly 3 minutes of weightlessness. Branson teased an announcement he will make after the flight that he says will give more people the chance to become astronauts. Branson's flight would put him in space 9 days sooner than fellow billionaire and space enthusiast Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. His company, Blue Origin, announced this week that Bezos chose 82-year-old pilot Wally Funk to join him on his July 20 launch from West Texas.
You're in zero gravity for 4 minutes. You come back down. We land gently on the desert surface. We open the hatch and you step outside. What's the first thing you say?
I will say, honey, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'll give you a call.
Funk is considered an aerospace pioneer, snubbed decades ago by NASA from astronaut consideration because of her gender. Times have changed as NASA reports 65 women have flown in space as of March this year. Meanwhile, the United Arab Emirates selected its first female astronaut. Nora Al-Matroushi tells AP she hopes to inspire the next generation.
The fact that I was selected to be part of the program, I think, is enough of an encouragement to all girls who want to enter the space field to go ahead and enter.
Al-Matroushi and her astronaut colleagues will travel to Houston to join NASA before eventually setting course for the International Space Station, where finally this week an imminent upgrade promises to make astronauts' lives easier and safer. The European robotic arm is set for attachment at the Russian part of the ISS with its basic mission, picking things up and putting them somewhere else. The 11-meter arm can lift more than 7 metric tons and can operate with an accuracy of 5 millimeters. The European Space Agency says the arm could one day even run missions all by itself. Arash Arabasadi, VOA News.